Hello, beautiful souls. Victoria Amador here from Soul Healing Tribe. And today I want to talk to you about what is the number one thing that I notice with my clients that it keeps them trapped. It keeps them small. It keeps them like they want to hide. They're not making the progress that they want to make. They're not achieving what they want to achieve, and they're not advancing spiritually the way that they wish they were. So are you trapped in this role of being the victim? And some people maybe say, what? No. But I want you to consider that if you are extremely self-focused, very emotionally up and down, identifying a lot with the I do, I have to, I must, I feel, whatever you're doing that is overly identifying with the I factor instead of the we. And if you are heavily depressed, complaining constantly, you may be addicted to the cortisol that hits you when it peaks and it hits you. It's almost like having another substance. We can become addicted to it. You may have low-grade depression or, chronic depression. You may have the I factor. You may be focused. You may be very emotionally, like extremely emotionally, where there is no balance. And ask yourself, am I always in the victim? Poor me. Why this happened to me? I have to blame others because others. I am in this position today. I'm in this pain. I have this illness. I have whatever. You have to decide if it is time to break free. It is a long healing journey, and I'm going to go through some of the things that you might want to consider. If you're considering if you are trapped in this victim role that feels like a heavy blanket around you because it basically is part of your persona. I understand whatever happened to you in the past was heavy. It was heavy, and we have to accept that it was heavy, but at the same time, we cannot stay in that role. It did what it needed to do to make you survive it, but it doesn't have to be the way that you continue your life. So life here is supposed to be a happy, free, connected, present experience with abundance and with love, with everything that we want. Purpose, meaning. We cannot find that if we are trapped in the victim role. You cannot have everything that you desire if you still feel like you're a victim, because when you blame others, you're giving them power. You are taking your own power away and giving it to somebody else. People that are trapped in the victim role, they want to justify that whatever happened to them is the reason why they are where they are right here, right now. I don't have the right job. I don't have the boyfriend. I don't have the house. I don't have the car. I don't have the business, and so on. We have to move past the victim within us. It's like a mask, a persona that covers all of us. And we have to put that to the side. And there is a healing journey to do that. You have a choice to change your life. But if you're still trapped in the victim triangle, you're not going to go anywhere. So some of the reasons why some people, besides the cortisol picking up, there are other factors as well. We do it to cope, right? So we adopt that victim persona within us to free ourselves from, to cope with the feelings of powerlessness, low self-esteem. Oh, it is their problem that I am this way, so I don't have to feel this low self-worth, self-esteem within me, because that is so painful that it will break me. So it allows me to avoid taking responsibility for the way that I feel about myself, my true self. It takes the attention to somebody else. Also, when we are in the victim role, we tend to want attention and sympathy from others. And this is very dangerous, because sometimes that attention and support from others can keep us there even longer, because we can trauma bond and we learn to do things to go with the past identity of that person that was a victim, really, that experience some issues, and we go back to that old person. So we don't make the switch to the new person that we want to be because we're always in the past. So there are behaviors that we continue to repeat over and over because that's what we know, that is what is safe. Even though it was traumatizing, we continue to repeat the same patterns. So normally these people are going to have a lot of fear of failure because they don't, it's too, the victim role becomes a safety blanket. So I know this sounds like, oh my gosh, she's so annoying right now, but we really are putting the responsibility of our life or who we want to be on somebody else. Whatever happened, and it was very tough. But if you're listening to this, it's because it's time for you to break free from feeling like a victim. Those lessons, those experiences, however terrible they were, they can make you transform yourself into a wiser version of who you are, a more empathetic, wiser, knowledgeable person of who you were once, because you have moved from the pain, the suffering, the victimhood to the other side of that. The pain can be transformed into happiness, to acceptance, happiness, forgiveness, bliss, joy, wisdom, knowledge. There is a lot that comes from overcoming the victim, but we have to be able to decide. If we don't decide, we're always going to be back here. Also, a lot of people in our families, friends, community may, when we are trying to do something new, they may tell us, oh, it's okay because you come so far that, they're just reinforcing that we were victims before and that we're doing, even when we do little, that it's okay. They don't see the new version of you, so they keep seeing you as the victim. And that pity and that trauma bonding sometimes is very dangerous because the person, you don't have a support group that can take you to the next level and give you the energy that you need to progress in life. So it's almost like they want to keep you where you are because that's where they feel safe with you. You might also want to consider when you close your eyes and you're having conversation with family and friends or boyfriend, girlfriends, and so on, how do you see yourself? Do you see yourself when you are having conversations with mom and dad? Do you see yourself as a child, teenager, or adult? And that adult, where is that adult? Is there happiness or is there sadness? Is there confusion? Those internal images can give you so much information about how you see yourself and how you think others see yourself. You can also ask yourself, how does my sister sees me? And let that image come. That's going to give you huge clues about how you really see yourself. Because we're just projecting onto another person what we think they see in us, right? So the emotional trauma and experiences that you went through kind of distorts the way that you're supposed to see yourself. So we have to kind of break that mask, those emotions and feelings in order for you to step into the new person that you're supposed to be. So, you might need traditional therapy. Besides traditional therapy, you might need other things, but when you're doing transpersonal healing, for example, with some of my clients, when we're doing this type of work, this is not a 2-session type of work. This is a program type of work because there is a lot of drama in this life, in the womb, in past lives, in between lives, that come together to create this energetic blanket of the victim role within us. So we need to go through the healing process. We need to build the self-esteem within us. We have to change the way that we see ourselves, our thoughts, our beliefs, our behaviors, because at one point when the cortisols are going up and you have that addicted internal behaviors happening within you that make you go into the victim role to feel when the cortisols come up and you feel that drive. That's an addicted pattern. So you might not be addicted to drugs and alcohol, food, whatever, but you may be addicted to really being stuck in this victim role and this depressive role, because that's when you get something and it's like a little exciting at that moment, even though it is painful. There is something happening that is like some energy moving within you that is like, oh, something is happening. And you might not even recognize that this is happening. But when you pay attention to your body, what's happening inside of you, and you're feeling all of that energy coming up, and then you go up and down, that's your cortisols going up and down. And when they go up and you have those experiences, you may get addicted to it. So you go in waves, just like when we have coffee, alcohol, food, whatever, right? Drugs. So transpersonal healing therapy, counseling work, building your self-esteem, changing the beliefs, your belief patterns, your thought patterns and behavior patterns are going to be crucial, because this cycle has become a habit for you. So we need to break that, and that takes time. Also, encourage, like, having you join a group that, like, we have our own little sacred group where we support each other, but where can you find that? A lot of people, you might want to create your own group if you don't have one. Go to Meetup and find one. You need to do something to, when you feel like you're going down, that you can share and open up that conversation so that you can free yourself and have the support and accountability, so that you can start making those changes little by little. It's not something that is going to happen overnight. It takes time, because when this victim role is so strong that it basically is who you are, is your ego, is your persona. It's almost like we have to separate the two of you, the little you, the victim you, from you, in order for you to see yourself again, and in order for you to build your life the way that you're supposed to, the way that you want. So it's a process. It's not an overnight situation, but maybe you want to Google what happens when my cortisols go up. What is happening there with my body? And pay attention, meditate, contemplate on it. You need to be responsible for what you feel inside of you, because that's going to give you a lot of clues about what's happening with you. How are you manifesting your life? Why are you manifesting what you're manifesting? And it can really give you a lot of clues. I'm going to leave it here for now. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all on the next one. Thank you.